Hello, good morning. Good morning, crypto world. Hello, heyo. How's it going? Cheers, good morning. Good morning, cheers, hello, world. Hello, how are we feeling today? Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, possibly even good night. Welcome back to another beautiful moment. Today's the day, my friends. Hello, XRP! Hello, are you ready? Sorry, I was yelling. I know, it's a tough moment to start off yelling, but it's worth it today, my friends. It's worth it today. I made this tweet yesterday. I don't know if it made a lot of sense, but I feel like Willy Wonka's out here just handing out golden tickets. You know, like so much amazing stuff. So much. Let's say hey to the room first. Hello. Tech, the Tech. How are you? Good morning. Corey, hello. How are you? Good morning. Nicholas, Casey Porter, woot woot. XRP Grind, yo. Chell Fire, Bill Gould, The Great Hate, MoX36, Peter Imperial, Alexander Miyagi, The Mod with the Most, Rohith, Roll it, run it. First try, no warm-up. What up? Mitch88. How's it going, Casey? Steve, XRP Junkie, what it do? JT, Jack, Chad, Ben, XRP Bones. How are y'all feeling today? Bricks? Tell me what's up. Tell me what's going on. How are you? Your bag is over 9,000. Amazing. That's awesome. That's lit. That's a good bag, bro. Sup. What's happening? How are we feeling? Honestly, what else could you want? What else could you want right now? XRP 25 cents. We just crossed decentralization with Ripple Labs only running 48% dominance. That pretty much dequalified. I think that clears it from security scrutiny, and we have all the good things just at the right time. What does it mean? Tell me more. Yeah, Stellar passed EOS. Did you guys see that? Stellar passed EOS. That's right. No big deal. Just by a chill, by a chill $84 million. Nothing too much. Yo, what's up? Good morning, Dane, Clara B, Bernard. How are y'all feeling today? Been buying. Yes, I agree. Been buying. Chanrobsta says, don't touch Stellar. Jed might try to dump it on you. I agree. Stellar is. I would not throw money at Stellar like I would XRP. I would not throw money at Stellar like I do XRP. Yeah, I just wouldn't do it. I was talking to my brother yesterday. I always like his approach. He's so nonchalant. He only invests money he doesn't even care about getting back. And then whenever I talk to him about the prices, he's like, "Yeah, that's tanked. That tanked." We both really like Sonam. We both got into Sonam. And if you guys didn't realize this, a lot of the prices right now are dropping just because of the pairings to Bitcoin. Some of them really literally not even losing that much value, but just because of the market capitalization lost out of Bitcoin, etc. It's a convoluted system. It's a very convoluted metric. There's not a lot of real metrics as far as the price of these coins. The altcoins all being tied to Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance up. Bitcoin dominance is up to 54%. The highest it's been all year long. 54.5% dominance. And I think if you have been maintaining the only invest what you can afford to lose approach, and you've been putting yourself in this position to be prepared for this moment, then you're doing very well. This is a great entry point. And I made that video yesterday. You guys called for it. I made it. That's right. Crypto exit strategy. It's done. I finished it. I put it on the channel. I put it up yesterday afternoon. It was not as popular as you guys seem to think it would be. No one really wants to get out because this is the time to get in. But in reality, this is a good time to get in and also be aware of your exit strategy. You should be aware of your exit strategy from day one. Day one, when you put money in, you should have an exit strategy. That's what the video is about. It's about just understanding the metrics of how to get back your return, how to not tank your investment, how to not exit the market. Simple things that we decided to cover for you guys. No big deal. The biggest thing, honestly, whew, so exciting. The biggest thing, I feel like I could just yell about it or like just retweet it forever. Bitcoin dominance, 48%. I mean, not Bitcoin. XRP dominance. The XRP ledger, decentralized now. Look at this beautiful 48% dominance. We have the unique node list with Ripple only running 10 of the nodes now. Only running 10 of the nodes out of 21. The 3 additional new nodes with Coil from Stefan Thomas's company, which, believe it or not, that was a smart move for him to break off into another company. It's not Ripple Labs running that node. It's Coil, Stefan Thomas. That's right. Bricks.io and BitHump. I don't know. Also launching validators, and very exciting. It's very, very exciting to look at this potentially happening the moment we needed it to. I don't know if there was like a coordinated effort here. I don't know if this was like something that they've been planning for months or possibly years, but looking at this arrival, and I know people were saying like, well, that the lawsuit drop is a fake. It's not 11 yet, so we're not doing the news. We're just talking, okay? It's not 11 yet. We're just talking what's happening with you guys. Good morning. What's happening? Tell me more. I need this on. I think I need this on. Perfect timing. That's right. It's a good day to be alive. It's a good day to be interested in crypto. Perfect timing, in fact. Perfect day to be interested. So we did see this happen. It's pretty exciting to look at. And what exactly does that mean? I don't know if this is a guarantee, but this is one of the big weighing factors for XRP being a security, was that Ripple Labs ran a majority of the nodes. And that's pretty big. Honestly. So, exciting news. What potential does that hold? I think that we did this yesterday. And we're going to do it today for just 30 seconds. We're going to have a moment of silence. That's right. For all the people that didn't hold on till this moment right here in time, when Ripple Labs is no longer the dominant controlling factor on their ledger, on the XRP ledger. This is it, guys. This is the moment. This is the catalyst, I think. This is the pinnacle, pivotal moment that 3 or 4 days from now, mainstream news will be reacting with their reactionary news machine. And they're like, oh boy, this is really exciting. Guys. Look at this, Coil and Bricks and BitHump. They all launched nodes. Okay, so I think that's a big deal. I think this is a really big deal. I'm surprised it hasn't hit any of the mainstream news sources yet, probably just because they're so far behind and so reactionary. They don't even know. It probably is going to take like another 2 days of us retweeting before they even realize what happened. But very exciting news. Potentially one of the biggest things ever. No big deal, though. No big deal. Also, people talking about Bitcoin's consolidated efforts right now with the price, but I just went and looked. This is the meme pool. Right now for like this morning. This is the unconfirmed transaction meme pool for Bitcoin this morning. Yeah, just a little bit. It's just a little bit of a spike of a bunch of like some like 2,000 plus unconfirmed transactions. So, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure if this. Guys, let's all load up in this boat. It looks like it's sinking. But let's go ahead and load it up. No big deal. Just keep loading it. Just keep loading the boat. Pending transaction fees. So pending transaction fees in Bitcoin today, this morning, skyrocketing. No big deal. Mempool size in megabytes, just popping off. No big deal. So, what else I like to look at? What are the other charts I like to look at? Is the XRP chart. That one's fun. I usually bring that up, and we looked at that a lot. So probably we don't need to look at that right this moment. But before we go anywhere, before we do the news, that's right, we're doing news at 11. We're doing heyo, we come live. It's like 10:30, 10:35, 10:40-ish. And whenever I basically get everything set up. And then we chat. This is us. This is me and you for a minute. And Then at 11, we talk about the news of the day. That's how it goes, okay? That's how it's happening. We have news to cover. And that's so if you guys want to just see the news, we'll do it at 11. That's the plan from now on.
Last time XRP was 25, I ended up with a new 1 Zloty Camaro. What will I get this time?
Nice. Nice. Thank you so much. Crypto Cash, thank you so much. I appreciate the support. It means a lot. And yes, exactly. I like the way you think. I like the way you think. Last time XRP was 25 cents, I ended up with a new Camaro. Baller. Very cool. Very cool. I actually just met someone the other day, a new friend of mine who has a similar story. They benefited from the last run, and they did not hesitate to do something nice for themselves. And I applaud that. I think you guys are worth it. You guys deserve to do something nice for yourself. Congratulations, dude. Awesome, awesome. What will you get? What will you get next? What will you get this time? I wonder. I can't wait to find out. Alan Boss, thank you so much. Cheers. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Good times. Good times. A little green. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of green, especially on Stellar, but shh. Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. We are going to do this. We're going to do this. It might seem weird, but we're going to do 30 seconds of silence for the people that left behind, the people that didn't make it to today, the people that didn't realize that we would eventually hit the 48% dominance with Ripple Labs. And that's right, we're going to do 30 seconds of silence for them right now. It's rough. I know, it's rough. It's weird with silence right here with me live. You're there. There's silence. You're like, did it crash? Did it crash? What happened? Make this stop. Make it stop. So what's happening right now with XRP? It's at 25 cents. No big deal. Not a big deal. The entire market's under 200 billion. We got BTC dominance up at 54%, guys. Big, big swing. The pendulum swinging to BTC dominance. And what's up with XRP? Let's look at XRP inside this year. That's always fun to look at inside of a year. No big deal. Are we up or down? I haven't looked at this yet. I don't know. I don't know if we're up or down. Inside the year, we are up, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Inside the year, we are up from the nice chill price of 16 cents all the way to 25 cents today. Inside the year, even with this huge run and spike, we're still up. That's right. The correction is real and relevant, possibly. I've heard a lot of chart analysts and traders talk about the reality of the situation is if we didn't have a correction, it would look more malicious moving forward. The fact that we have a really strong correction and we're still up in the year, mwah, okay, that's the real good. That's how you like it. Bringing a lot of support to the fact that it's actually a working metric. It's a working system. It's a working principle of store of value. It does have a correction inside the year, but it's still up. Inside the year, it's still up. So if you're wondering, like, well, I bought at $3 and I'm not happy about it being 20. I don't care if you're happy or not right now because it's not about you. Okay, it's not about you. Maybe it is about you. I'm sorry if you lost money, but in reality, it's still up for the year. Inside of another year, moving forward from here, can you see if 330, the all-time high, or 360 or whatever, can you see that in a year not being the all-time high? Can you see a new all-time high inside of the year from the last all-time high? And that's a really important question to think. I think it's a really important question. I personally think that this all-time high that we saw is nothing. I think it's nothing because it was based on complete speculation and FOMO, and people did not understand the tech. People did not understand the tech, and they still were willing to buy it at $3 an XRP. What's happening now? 25 cents per XRP. Please tell me. Please tell me what you know. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. So inside the year, still up. That's pretty strong, honestly. I want to look at some more coins inside the year and see if they're up, but it's too late for that. It's too late, my friends. It's time. That's right. We must prepare ourselves for the onslaught of the news. That's right. Karate chopping through the FUD and staying ahead of the FOMO. Let's do it. Let's find out what's happening today in the news. What is happening today in the news? I looked at this yesterday. Apparently, it was fake news. The lawsuit did not get dropped. That's what we were talking about on Twitter. The lawsuit did not get dropped, but then Cointelegraph came out today, or yesterday night, maybe 14 hours ago, with the U.S. federal court denies motion to remand against Ripple. I don't really know. I have no idea what's happening, honestly. I just don't know what's happening. I do think it's really interesting to look at this case being remanded. I don't know. I was trying to understand what that even means. The motion to remand against Ripple. Like, what are they going to do? Like, arrest Ripple? Like, what are they going to put Ripple on bail? I don't get it. I honestly don't get that. What's really interesting to look at is this entire lawsuit was really kind of propagated from the idea that XRP was a security and that they could push it through the federal courts to get some kind of rescission on his purchases. But what's really funny, two things real funny to me about this. He lost $551. If he put that in right now, he would be holding 2,000 XRP. He probably should just shut up and go put that. He should probably just go put $500 into XRP. Is what he should do. Clara B is right. They wanted to keep it in California court for their benefit, and I think Ripple got it to be pushed to federal court. Was what happened 4 days ago. It wasn't dropped, right? It was just pushed to federal court. That's good for Ripple Labs. Very, very good for Ripple Labs. Yeah, he wanted to keep it in Cali court. That's true. He didn't get that. What also is interesting to look at is the entire lawsuit's really been focused around the XRP classification of it being a security or not. And if we reference the articles, which I'm not going to pull them up because I don't think we need to. We all were pretty obsessed with that for a moment when it was happening. Looking at the articles referencing Ethereum and Bitcoin being cleared of being a security, it literally sources the decentralization as the main factor. So looking at XRP Ledger reaching their decentralization, their complete decentralization yesterday, even though we already kind of felt it was decentralized, looking at the actual metrics to support the UNL not being held by not letting Ripple Labs hold the majority of those validators. Very exciting stuff, and also possibly correlated to the lawsuit no longer really being relevant in my mind. I don't know. I don't know what that means exactly. The outcome of the federal court will facilitate new law. Yeah, exactly. It does. It does a lot more for Ripple Labs and the XRP Ledger if the decision comes through federal court. I remember that was something we covered in one of the old live streams looking at this case or looking at the lawsuit, but still not a lot of news other than that it's now in federal court. So I did make a tweet yesterday saying it was dropped, and apparently that was not real. That was fake news. Fake news. Thank you, everyone who made sure to send that information to me. I appreciate you all. This is a very strong, well-informed community, and for that, we should all be appreciative. Let me just say, before we continue with this news really quick, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to look at something and change your mind and or make a mistake. It's okay to make mistakes, guys. It's okay to make mistakes. Forgiveness is important. Forgiveness is key. I know sometimes I get a little hot-headed and I get a little fiery, but in reality, I really do believe in forgiveness, and I believe in the reality that we can make mistakes. It's okay. That's why we're here. We can do this. Why do I think the whole crypto market is crashing right now? Will Ripple jump back? Honestly, I think that this is not a surprise. I know that a lot of people are like, why is it crashing right now? It makes no sense. But I think, honestly, the reality is that this is kind of what's been happening for a while. This is what's been happening for a while. This is the move. This is where we've been headed. nothing really too surprising about this dip. I think a lot of people expected this, and a lot of people played this to their hand. They basically knew this was going to be happening, and they made this work for them. So I know it might be a surprise to some of us. I know I say this every now and then, but some of us are more into this space than others. Some of us probably are a little more focused on this space than maybe the others of us. So it's pretty real that this is basically where we've been headed. This is where we've been headed for a long time. No big surprise there. So why are we crashing? We can look at that in the next article. It kind of talks a little bit about that. But looking at this, XRP, cryptocurrency, down 90%. Down 90%. XRP, the world's third largest crypto by market cap, fell to its lowest price of 2018. But we just looked at inside the year, it's actually up. So inside the year, it's actually up. And again, looking at all the news we've seen happening with XRP recently, and the fact that people aren't even really talking about this, the complete decentralization of the ledger. People aren't really talking about the development and partnerships moving forward. Hey, yo, thank you, David. I appreciate it. It means a lot. So again, the conversation's still just like this abstract crypto conversations that taking place everywhere. People, I think, are still just being introduced to XRP, being introduced to the concepts of how it's different from Bitcoin. And that's potentially all we can expect to happen, is this long, arduous road of people being like, what's happening? I'm going to do some research and find out, what is this? This is crazy. So XRP has obviously seen a huge hit, but so has the rest of the market. Nothing really too surprising about that. Bitcoin falls through 6,000 support as Zappo president warns of altcoin extinction event. Now, this is a pretty good summary of a lot of what you guys are talking about right now, what you're interested in. It seems like the focus is why are we crashing and when are we headed back up. Zappo is one of the companies I was trying to tell you guys about a few days ago, and I forgot the name, and I was saying like this company has cold wallet storage services for those of you guys that don't want to worry about it. Zappo is like one of the first big crypto banks, I think, to let you kind of have access to your funds, and they keep your holdings in cold storage for you, and then let you move it back and forth or whatever. So, what is Zappo saying? What is Zappo saying today? Bitcoin prices fell below 6K for the first time since the end of June. Hey yo!
Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, David. I appreciate it. I like your symbol. I like your icon. It looks fresh. It looks clean. So, Zappo president warns of altcoin. Thank you again. Thanks a bunch, David. I appreciate you. He warns that the altcoin extinction event is coming, and that's what we see happening with the BTC dominance increasing. And someone asked yesterday, how does BTC dominance increase while BTC price drops? And that just is basically like it's a combination of a couple different metrics. The fact that money is leaving Bitcoin, but people are leaving altcoins to go to Bitcoin at the same time. So what does this really mean looking forward? If Bitcoin's falling, all these prices are tied to Bitcoin. We have seen a lot of strong resistance for Bitcoin right under 6,000. I was watching it yesterday night in Binance bounce around right around 5,900 for a long time. And I was watching these buy and sell walls in the depth chart happen, and it was crazy. It was crazy to look how fast people would literally be in a buy wall. Probably not the same people, but someone would be in a buy wall, and it would be just a little bit of a position, and then boom, they'd be a huge sell wall. Just back and forth, really just jockeying for positions back and forth. Really interesting to look at. Also, yeah, Ethereum way down. Ethereum slipped 40% in the last 30 days, which is actually pretty surprising for Ethereum. Looking at Bitcoin dominance increasing and Bitcoin really holding pretty strong as Ethereum slid. That was something I honestly was not expecting, and I was not prepared for that. Honestly thinking that Ethereum would hold a little higher, and I think someone on Twitter yesterday asked about that, and they said, why? Why Ethereum fall? I think that when we see a lot of these enterprise solutions launching on Ethereum, what really happens is people start to look and review, do they want to do this moving forward? There's a good amount of cost to launch a smart contract and to edit it and modify it and keep it running on the Ethereum network. Are people possibly reconsidering launching on a different platform like Codius or something. Exciting to think about. So what potentially is happening with the drop? Not really sure. I'm not really sure. The Winklevoss twins are charging ahead despite second Bitcoin ETF rejection. Of course they are. Of course they are. They're still charging ahead because that's what they do. That's what they have to do. There's no option for them. No option. Ripple doesn't own 48% of the network. Okay. Tell me more, Kenny. Tell me what you mean. Hey,
this dipshit NTB, this fat bear whale, is dumping 100 million XRP couple weeks. I posted the tweet. Ed slipping BC all of its ICOs dumping.
Thank you. First off, thank you so much. Spread the standard. Woo! And I'm trying to read your caption. The bear whale's dumping 100 million XRP couple weeks. I posted the tweet. Ethereum slipping because of all the ICOs dumping. Thank you. Spread the standard. Thank you for chiming in. You, my friend, are very smart. You're a smart cookie. I appreciate your contribution to our moment in time right here, this present moment, brought to you by Spread the Standard Shop. Hashtag Spread the Standard. Now, you are right. He's 100% right that Ethereum is definitely slipping because of all the ICOs dumping. You can see people leaving altcoins and ICOs. That is taking money out of Ethereum, and that's also why Bitcoin dominance is increasing and the price is so resilient. Also, I didn't really know about this bear whale dumping 100 million XRP. That potentially, that's real stuff. That's what I'm saying too. Is like there's a very real chaos factor happening out here. It's like a combination. It's the paradox, guys. I just broke my pen. It's a paradox. All right. We live in this like duality. There's the foundation of our reality is this duality, and what's happening too is the potential that we just don't know. Chaos theory is real. Someone literally holding enough could sway the market to drop, and someone with enough fiat that wants in could sway the market to run. And that's why it's really interesting to look at the potential of chaos theory is real. Charts, analyzing charts is real. Looking at how to understand the metrics is real. But we also just don't know. We just don't know. We just don't know. Jack, yes, only mods can post links. Is something about me trusting someone enough to post a link inside a live feed? Yes, only mods can post links. It's true. We can talk about you being a mod if that's something you're interested in. You did quote a tweet earlier that says, fear is but the precursor of valor, troll hunter. I agree, yes. And I think I was messaging with Mr. Pierce earlier, and he also was saying something along the lines of there's not a lot of possibilities if there's no risk, right? If there's no risk, there's no possibility of success. So Winklevoss twins doing their thing. This is supposed to be coming out, this is supposed to come out tomorrow. This is supposed to be a tomorrow announcement, but Cardano, ADA's big announcement of the 15th tomorrow was made early by Charles Hoskinson. So he made this tweet yesterday. Big announcement was supposed to be made tomorrow. He revealed that partial details on the upcoming reference project, which is a Google Chrome extension called Icarus. So in his words, we never intended to launch a product, but rather build something that we're going to give our partners to launch and try to encourage the development of third-party application ecosystems, and that is called Icarus. What? Very cool. Very cool. You can see basically, I don't know if you guys remember this video or if you even watched it, but I made a video called Smart People Are Winning. Smart people are winning. And it was talking about the Google Developer Kit and the access to the Hyperledger and the ILP and XRP in a roundabout way, what that means. You can see that smart people not only are winning, smart people think alike. We can see that Charles Hoskinson, realizing the potential of opening up the possibility for developers to build third-party application ecosystems on top of Cardano or ADA, very strong move. And you always wonder what happens. You always wonder what a team's doing when they're quiet for so long. You got to look at Cardano and just kind of wonder what's happening here. Cardano is one of the most unique coins in this space in my mind because they never do any hype. They never do any PR. They don't get Snoop Dogg and Madonna to dance around for them. don't do anything. They don't do anything. So where is the money coming from? Like, where does the support come from for these coins? And I think a lot of times it comes literally from the people that are inside the tech space that are like, I'm getting in early. That's why they're 8 cents. You're funny. You're funny. Cardano's inside the top 10. So you can knock Cardano all you want, but it's inside the top 10. Ethereum Classic took a really big hit, too. If you guys didn't notice, Ethereum Classic's down to $10. Tron down to right under 2 cents. If you could get Tron for a penny, it might be a really good buy. Like, anything you can get for a penny that has working tech that potentially could do anything moving forward, I think that's exciting. Doing the Roger Ver approach. Put in whatever you want at a penny and watch it double every time it goes up by a penny. Sometimes, if you like talking about Tron in that respect, it might not go that high. But very exciting possibility. Very exciting possibility. Right now is a good buy-in time for any coin you believe in. No big deal. Smart moves. Really looking for some smart positions. And what does that mean if we look at XRP and Bitcoin Cash? The space has grown a little bit. So that gap between XRP and Bitcoin Cash is crazy right now. And the gap between Stellar and Bitcoin Cash is huge. So no big deal. Looking at the volume for these tokens too, we can see that Ethereum Classic's above XRP, and EOS is up there still. Bitcoin Cash is up there still. But I'm pretty impressed, honestly, that Stellar's past EOS. And if you look at the chart, inside of the week, like look at these bad boys over here. Every single chart has this down descending pattern, except for Stellar has this really weird up and down pattern. I would call that the hype and momentum effect. Look at the hype momentum effect on the coin inside the week versus the rest of the coins just following this similar downward pattern. So kind of interesting to look at Stellar's price graph inside the last 7 days. And what does that mean? Interesting things to think about. So Cardano is really unique, I think, in my mind. It's in the top 10. They don't really talk too much. They don't do too much hype, but they're one of those pre-mine coins that a lot of OG crypto enthusiasts like Bitcoin maximalists were all up in arms against pre-mined coins, claiming that there's no value if it's pre-mined. I think some of those might have some of the strongest use cases moving forward. Really looking at probably removing proof of work as the best option for validation or for consensus. I don't know if that's going to be the most effective moving forward. So this is pretty exciting. Installing a basically extension called Icarus that lets the partners launch and develop third-party applications inside their ecosystem. So Hoskinson mentioned that the Daedalus wallet can be imported into Icarus and recovered, which only takes a few minutes. And the wallet running in Google Chrome does not have a copy of the blockchain, but it can enable the users to perform actions as they would on the Daedalus. Going on to say that this is applicable specifically to those who have been facing network connectivity issues, stated the creator of Cardano. He added the application has been security audited and has been written in Rust and JavaScript as a hybrid language. We created this because we wanted to have a reference design for people who wanted to do mobile wallets and browser-based wallets because we were a little worried about the security. Some people had come to us and they said, we've constructed a light wallet and how cool does it look? And we did a little audit on the design and we realized it's not so good and that in reality it probably isn't going to be very secure. So looking at Cardano really taking initiative to create security and really help those small developers that are trying to build out this ecosystem. No big deal. Just another beautiful day for Cardano to be popping off in the news. Again, the same information presented a different way in another article. We also have, I don't know if you guys like fantasy football or not, but I kind of thought this was interesting to look at. The Fantasy Football League raised $100 million in a crypto ICO. Why didn't we think of that? Probably because I don't want to build out a fantasy football system. But the company behind the move, Crown League, told CoinDesk that fantasy football at present is incredibly fragmented. Nobody cares about the other teams. This is in part because there's nothing to cover in fantasy. Interesting. So looking at people launching businesses still, launching ICOs, what is this built on? I don't even know. Probably Ethereum. Not a good plan. I look forward to seeing that fall apart. or not. Maybe it'll be great. Maybe it doesn't need to maybe it doesn't need to fall apart. Maybe it'll be just perfect. They'll launch it on Codius. Everything is perfect. Everything's just fine. Okay. Looking at the Jamaican Stock Exchange trading crypto assets in 2018, this is a pretty interesting move for them. Kind of giving another big smoke signal or an indicator that the rest of the world's headed this way. The company said Tuesday it signed a memorandum of understating MOU with blockchain startup BlockStation for the creation of a new digital asset trading platform. While it's not clear which tokens will be initially listed, the platform is set to go live by the end of the year. So if you guys want to start calling for XRP base on something, this seems like a better candidate. Let's let the Jamaican Stock Exchange know that we want XRP to be the base. Not for us, but for them. It's for you! This is for you! BlockStation's providing the technology, she explained, while the JSE's infrastructure will be networked to the new platform, allowing qualified investors to conduct purchases or trades. Very exciting stuff. No mention of what they'll be building this technology out on. No big deal. And dun dun dun, the meme pool spiked. We look at that. No big deal. And looking at this bad boy, this is a weird version of it. This is like a mobile version of it. Let me bring up another one. Bloomberg. So the lira is basically going from hero to zero. Currency most exposed to the lira. Tell me more. What happened? Wait, no, don't do that. Okay. Currency most exposed to the lira. Meltdown goes from hero to zero. Interesting stuff here. The week Georgia marked a decade since its war with Russia. It's found its currency under assault from the neighbor to the south. Market turmoil in Turkey helped wipe out gains for the lira. I think they put it backwards. Lira, which until early August was this year's best performer globally. Within days, it was swept up in Turkey's currency crisis as investors bet that the former Soviet nation would need to adjust to stay competitive with its biggest trade partner. So the lira has slumped more than 6% against the dollar. And someone just said today that it bounced back. I think in the live stream, someone said it just bounced back a moment ago. Yeah, so it's back up a little bit. But again, we looked at this yesterday. This is pretty. This is a important moment in time when you can see that inside 24 hours, a lot of loss. That's crazy. It's crazy to see that happen. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you can expect that to happen to any nation state, because we're pretty much a lot of the times we build our trust around these systems, and we just kind of hand over our trust to them, thinking like, yeah, it's fine. I trust these guys. No big deal. No big deal. And I'm just going to pull up my favorite bit info chart really quick. I don't know if you guys ever use this, but bit info charts, one of my favorite. Looking at let's do BTC, Ethereum, and XRP, and let's do Bitcoin Cash. Why not? And let's look at the average transaction value. So average transaction value. That's the amount of value being sent in the average transaction. And let's zoom in on the last June, July, August, the last few months. So what do we see here? What is this? What does this look like? We can see the average transaction volume inside these charts. Where is it headed? Whoops. Where is it headed? What do you see? Well, let's see. We got I can't even see it. I'm seeing the colors right. Am I? Okay, Bitcoin blue up there on the top. We got Ethereum red, the very bottom, and Bitcoin Cash kind of like bouncing around Bitcoin. And XRP, I don't even see XRP on here. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's not showing it on this graph. Looking at Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash's average transaction value going down, no big deal. Let's also look at the average transaction fee. See if we can get XRP to show up in this one. We do this one a lot. I know we do this one a lot. I broke it. I gotta try it again. Average transaction fees inside the last month, 2 months. People were asking, like, what happened to Ethereum? Well, look at this. The Ethereum transaction fee spiked. Average transaction fee for Ethereum, huge spike. Average transaction fee for Bitcoin Cash and XRP, way down here on the bottom. Way down here on the bottom. No big deal. No big deal. Let's look at active addresses. Active addresses. This is a cool one. Active addresses. Why is it not showing XRP on here? Do they not have their API set up right? What's going on here? So active addresses inside of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. It's not showing XRP for some reason. You can see active addresses up and down. They're pretty much maintaining this position. I kind of want to see XRP in here, and it's not showing that. So that doesn't help me too much. That doesn't help me too much here. Let's look at the market capitalization. All right, this looks like something. This looks like something. So you can see this pretty stable declining line of market capitalization. And what does that mean? We see this spike in Bitcoin and this drop. Bitcoin's blue, Ethereum's red, XRP is green, and Bitcoin Cash is orange. So you can see how closely these two are tied together, and we can also see that basically the decline is not as heavy as we'd be like, as I personally think it looks like. It looks like we've seen a big dip and a big amount of loss. I think someone emailed me yesterday, and I read part of your email, and I didn't respond to you, but they were talking about how the market capitalization loss out of Bitcoin really affects the price, and the value of the coins aren't really the same. It's really kind of hard for me to go into those metrics and talk about that stuff just because it's so skewed. It's hard to look at. It's hard to say exactly how much value is in a token if it's paired to Bitcoin, and the metrics are so skewed like that. So it's hard. I'm not sure what to tell you about that. But looking at the reality that basically everything that we've been saying is going to happen is happening. All the things, all the little checks on our roadmap are kind of adding together. We've seen SBI go live with their derivatives. We've seen, the ICE and NYSE launching a global digital asset system. Crazy news, crazy stuff. The global financial authority and the IMF and the Fed and Ripple Labs talking. We've looked at SBI initiating, DCEX initiating, and BitTrue initiating the base currency of XRP. So honestly, with the ledger too being pushed past that complete decentralization moment, I think this is insanity. I really can't say what a crazy moment this is in time, because I just see all this potential and all this really good news as XRP price keeps dropping. And I know that's hard, because then you think like, well, I want to make a big buy, and it might be 10 cents. I know a lot of you guys are like, well, I want to get more at 19 cents. I want to get more at 22 cents. I want to get more at 10 cents. And don't we all? That's the goal. Obviously, we all want to get in at these lower positions and these low prices. The problem is we just don't know how low it's going to go. And I'm afraid to try to tell you any specifics, because I just don't know. I'd like to say I know when it's going to go up or down, but if I did, That would be crazy. Nobody knows. Nobody knows that. So it could go down further. I don't know. It could find a new bottom very soon, and I'm not sure. I really don't know. But we've been talking about this for a while. I don't feel like this is a surprise to anyone that's been in my stream for longer than 2 seconds. So anyone that's been here for a minute, we've been talking about this. We've been saying this is going to happen. We've been saying SBI is going to go live. We've been saying that XRP probably was going to slip further into the red as Bitcoin. I said Bitcoin and Ethereum were going to maintain their positions and XRP was going to slip, but I was wrong. Ethereum actually slipped too. So looking at Ethereum and XRP slipping a little bit further down the hill as Bitcoin not only maintained dominance, it increased dominance, and it's showing a strong level of resilience here. So it's exciting. Jake's right. I almost said that. I literally almost said that. I was like, if I could call it precisely to the moment, yeah, exactly. I probably wouldn't be here. I'd probably be running like some multi-billion-dollar trust because that's really, really crazy to be able to spot those precise moments. And no one can really time the market. No one can really time the market. So what does that mean? Looking at all this good news, snow piling or, piling up around XRP and the XRP price slipping further, it just seems like anybody who is paying attention and cares and that has any extra money, like we always say, never invest more than you can afford to lose, because you don't want to be afraid of not getting it back. You never want to invest more than you can afford to lose in these volatile systems. And I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to make a prediction right now going forward. I'm going to make a real prediction for you guys going forward. And I saw the beginning of this happening yesterday when I was in Binance playing around. And I think we're going to see volume drop. When volume drops, volatility spikes. When volume drops, volatility spikes. So we're going to see the volatility go up for some of these coins, and it's going to be a really weird moment. You're going to be seeing some really good low prices for a second, and then some jumps and runs, and then a big drop. The more we lose volume, the more volatility strikes. The more the volatility really affects that token price. So it's interesting to look at this and think about where we're headed. But I saw it happen yesterday. I saw some really crazy volatility yesterday in some coins that basically there was no volume. And so any big moves just like sent these tidal waves through that coin. And I think that's about to start happening. I think it's going to be a very interesting time in the next few moments. So again, we have a lot of strong news around XRP. We have this... we have basically a lot of strong news supporting the ideas that we've all been talking about for a long time. So XRP is still looking really strong. Even though it hit a huge drop, I'm not really sure what to tell you about that. I've said before in the past, I think that some people might be possibly riding the waves and manipulating the market. So making money with the volatility. Close your eyes. Weak hands. Hodl. Calvin Durant, I agree. Ed French says, this is not a market for the weak. It's true. It's not. It's a very volatile moment. Garlinghouse said 95% of coins will be bye-bye. 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 Yeah, I like... BG says a lot of smart stuff. What's great is he's been saying that stuff for like months. He's been saying that stuff for like a year. He's been saying that stuff for a long time. And he's right. And I think it took me a moment to realize what he was saying. When I started looking into Codius, I started realizing what he's saying. There's no way it would make sense financially. Like if you're looking for refinement and profitability, there's no way people are not going to... They're definitely going to use Codius. There's no way people will not use Codius. And so when you start looking at Codius and you start looking at XRP, you start realizing like this removes a lot of coin. Because of the way they built XRP, the way they built these functions into the XRP ledger, and they're always voting and adding new functions and stuff. But in reality, like the way they built the XRP ledger with all these built-in functions, it removes 90% of the tokens, 90% of the altcoins. It just takes them off the table right off the bat. And that's why it's interesting to look at some of the coins that people are really excited about, that they're cheerleading and they're hyping. If you can look at the foundational principles, we talk about this all the time. boiling down complex ideas, boiling down complex problems to the simplified principle underneath. And what does that mean? So, yeah, I agree. A lot of altcoins, bye-bye. Bye-bye. And that means that's why dominance is increasing. That's why you see people fleeing altcoins. That's why, as Spread the Standard said earlier, that's why it's another contributing factor to Ethereum dropping in price. Jared Del Rey, what are you saying? What are you saying, Jared? If XRapid comes out and price goes down, why would people use XRP? Oh, okay. So you're saying if XRapid comes out and we don't see positive price momentum, why will people buy XRP? That's a great question, actually. That's a great question. I know a lot of us are waiting for XRapid to come out and see this spike in volume and see this potential run in price. I'm not going to say that's not happening because I think that's very strong potential moving forward. But I've said before in the past, XRP to me has so many more use cases than just XRapid. And I know they built it for that function. I know they built it really with that focus. But I see XRP having a lot more use cases than just that. I think it's nice that they built it focused on just one use case because they just want to do one really, really well. And that's awesome. I agree. Do one really, really well. It means a lot. And that's potentially okay for me. I think that's okay for me. The way they built the tech, honestly, the way they built the system to be maintained, the nodes, are not profit mining. They're really validating for their own self-interest. That, to me, seems like a way smarter plan for efficiency moving forward instead of the proof of work profitability focus. I don't know. It's interesting to see where we're headed with this. And I think that it'll take, like I say all the time, this abstract crypto conversation is being discussed everywhere right now. It's being discussed around the world. And I think it's a moment of time before people can even start to entertain the possibility of like, well, Bitcoin is amazing. It serves a real purpose. It does have a lot of utility, but what can we do better? What can it do better? How can we build it faster, safer, stronger? That's potentially one of the things that makes me find more and more support in XRP is just the way the tech's built. So, what does that mean? Well, it means, like I said earlier, today's a really interesting moment in time. A lot of good news. The XRP ledger reaching complete decentralization. Bitcoin price finding some strong resistance at 5,900. And also looking at Cardano, big news with that Google Chrome extension. So pretty exciting stuff to look at. Maurice, what's up, Maurice? What are you saying? One of your supporters, you never answer my comments. What's your comment, Maurice? Tell me what you want to know. Just tell me, Maurice, what you want to know. The money in the global economy will be more than enough to send XRP to $100. Is that a question? I agree. Will there be another bull run without institutions? That's a good question, Moneybags. I like the way you think. Will there be another bull run without institutions? That's a guaranteed yes. A guaranteed yes. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. But all it takes is the combination of two things. We cover this. We looked at this Yale study talking about this, and now I just say it every video. Every video. Price is affected by two things: momentum, price momentum, and hype and speculation. So yes, I do think that we could have. What did you say? Exactly how did you say it? Another bull run without institutions? Yes. We would need some speculator hype and some momentum. And then yes, I think it's possible. I think institutions are already in and they found a way to buy without us noticing, like small amounts at a time. Ooh, Jared, I like the way you think. Institutions already figured out a way to buy without us noticing. I'll have to think about that. Chris Larson talks about many use cases for XRP back in 2015. There's a much bigger plan, but they are all based on payments. True. Thank you, Clara B. Yes, you are right. They have mentioned that in the past. Spread the Standard says all these proof of work coins are trying to implement sidechains using proof of stake so they can actually scale and function. LOL, funny. Because they hate XRP. It's true. They are definitely trying to figure out how to scale their proof of work, and it's rough. It's a rough world. Maurice says, I want you to make me a moderator. Okay. Let's do that, Maurice. Let's make you a moderator. Where's your button? There you go. Mod status for Maurice. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? On the video, Bank XRP posted Chris L. mentioned the foreign exchange market. Maurice, he's acting like he doesn't see your comments. LOL, at Kung Fu Nerd. Kung Fu Nerd, I'm conversating with you. I'm not asking you questions. I'm trying to open a correspondence with you that you see my comments so we can talk. Okay. Hey, yo. Let's talk. Maurice, my man. David Otera. David Otera, thank you so much for reminding me. This is a really good point. If you're just chilling, like if you're one of the sideline chillers, I totally get it. I totally get it. If you're just like in the background like, I've never commented on a Kung Fu Nerd stream, and I'm not going to. I'm never going to do anything. I'm just going to wait and watch. I'm watching. I'm watching you, Kung Fu. If that's you, if you're watching and you haven't set up your Binance account, click the link in my description, sign up for Binance, make your account right now. David Otera is right. You need to verify your exchange accounts before the next FOMO hits. If you don't have your exchange account set up and the FOMO hits, you're going to be another person in a long list of wait lines for your account to be verified so you can make like a $5 purchase. You're going to be like, I just want to buy $100 worth of XRP. Please verify my account. Yeah, David Otera is right. Go verify your accounts right now. If you're just on the fence and you're not sure, you don't have to make a buy to verify your account. Go sign up and make your account now. Use my link. It's fun. Okay, Ed French. XRP will be moving Forex, cross-bow derived transaction, stocks, bonds, as well as smart contracts. Exactly. It's a takeover. It's a takeover. Moderators have to show qualities of awesomeness. Do you have qualities of awesomeness, Maurice? You can't have a bull run. Maurice says you can't have a bull run when you have carefully placed whales that have been in position years ago, driving the market down, an opportune time for them. Maurice is saying that this has been orchestrated with whales holding from a long, long time ago, taking advantage of a price that's still very much in the green for them. I said this the other day in a video, and it's kind of just a reference to anyone that has been in the space long enough. These prices might look crazy if you've been in the space for 6 months. It might look crazy if you've been in the space for 3 months. It might look like nothing at all if you're brand new to crypto, or if you're over a year in crypto. These prices don't look like anything. It just looks like another day. What does that mean? You know, like, what does that potentially mean? Everything's in the red, so yeah, it doesn't look too positive. It's not going to, like, you know, give you any psychological triggers to run to the market. But XRP grinds right. Price is affected by two important things: lies and chimichangas. And we can see there's no lies and no chimichangas today in the news. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Mr. Pace wants to be a mod too. Let's make Mr. Pace a mod. The mod for two. 2 people get modded today. That's it. That's it. Nobody else gets modded, okay? I don't care how great you are. You can maybe become a mod tomorrow. But pretty much we're going to have like 150 mods. Scarcity on the active market will drive up desirability and prices. That's true. I agree. I agree. Let's skip ahead here for a second. Great Pate, you'd be a perfect mod. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I said 2 already. We can, you know what? We'll figure out a mod system for you guys can all be mods. How do you think? Have you received any responses from any famous people? No, no one that I've sent XRP to that I don't know has responded at all. Actually, that's not true. A YouTuber liked my tweet. A YouTuber liked the tweet where I sent him money. That was about it. That was about it. So that's pretty much it. The market's definitely in this weird position. You're saying Bitcoin just broke below 6K. Still looks right around 6 on CoinMarketCap. Maybe you're looking at it in Binance, which is actually a real projection of the price, so a lot more accurate than CoinMarketCap. XRP, 25 cents. Ethereum, $250. Pretty crazy stuff. Bitcoin Cash under 500. I don't know where the bottom is. I wish I could tell you. I don't know. It's pretty crazy to see these prices with all this good news. But I think, again, like a lot of people have been saying, this has been a long time coming. This has been orchestrated to a certain amount, and I can expect almost nothing less. I don't think that any other news has come out this morning while we've been jabbing about life. Nothing really too crazy happening. Tron officially accepted at Bitcoin Superstore as well. Oh boy. Don't care. Don't care about that. So that's it. That's all we're going to do. We made it a little bit over an hour. We're trying to make these a little bit shorter. Probably trying to make them, I don't know, not an hour. Maybe 45 minutes or something. 45 minutes. Look at the entire market. The entire crypto market's in the red. The only thing showing any green is a 10x and the biggest loss in Aurora and IOST and Augur. Pretty interesting day with the XRP ledger reaching the complete decentralization with the price of XRP at 25 cents. I can only say your dreams have come true, my friends. If you made a wish upon a star. I don't know the rest of that song. I wish I did. I'd sing it. Wish upon a star. This is pretty crazy stuff. XRP, 25 cents. Bitcoin Cash, under 500. Bitcoin, 6K. What else could you want? Really strong space. Really strong, interesting moves. Cardano, under 9 cents. And launching a Chrome extension for developers. Make your choices, boys and girls. Make your choices now. No big deal. It's buy day. It's buy day. Not really sure if we're going to go further down, so I can't say today is the bottom. When bottom is probably on everyone's mind. When bottom is probably on everyone's mind. Will we see another run? Will we see another drop? Even with XRP, the ledger being completely decentralized now, how long till we get an announcement about the clarity around XRP is not a security? A lot of interesting things. Waiting for these catalysts to hit the mainstream news. Waiting for some clarification around ICE and NYSE and all the other good things. Only time will tell, my friends. Only time will tell. And we did say yesterday 25 cents, and it happened. So what do we think now? We said 25 cents yesterday. I said 24. But we hit 25 and bounced back. So are we seeing a bounce? If we call it 24 hours from now, tomorrow's live stream, are we going to be up or down from here? It's hard to say. I'm waiting to find out. That's all we're going to do. If you guys haven't, remember to finalize your Binance accounts. If you're like on the fence and you're thinking like, I don't know, just sign up for Binance, set up your account now. No big deal. Sign up for Coinbase or whatever and set up your account now. No big deal. Before the FOMO, before you miss out, before you have to wait to join. So thanks a bunch for joining. Thanks a bunch for tuning in to Kung Fu Nerds live stream. That's right. We're doing the news and opinions. Both. That's right. Win Cobalt. I think at the end of the year. Everybody's waiting for Clara B. Is that like sung to the theme of Everybody Was Kung Fu Fighting? UC 22 cents. All lawsuits will be combined into federal court. Okay. I think that might be possible. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to click that like button, click that subscribe button, and farewell. Farewell. I know you're all beautiful and amazing, and I appreciate you. You are worthy of this moment in time to take care of yourself and your family and your future. So, are you excited? Are you excited? Potentially, I am very excited. I think this is crazy, a crazy moment, a potential golden ticket, if you will. That's it. Farewell, my friends. As always, have a great day until I see you next time. Adios. Bye-bye. I know, it's rough. It has happened. We're close.